Welcome to episode 466, Peter Thiel, 0 to 1 Self-Made Billionaire. This is an outline of episode 466, lesson 1 to lesson 5. This is an outline of episode 466, lesson 6 to lesson 10. Lesson number 1, history happens only once. Every moment in business happens only once. There won't be another Bill Gates, another Larry Page, another Mark Zuckerberg. Don't copy. Lesson number 2, competition is bad because competition will kill your company. All failed companies are the same. They fail to escape competition. Competition means no profits for anyone, no meaningful differentiation, and a struggle for survival. Lesson number 3, what is 0 to 1?
0 to 1 by PayPal co-founder, entrepreneur, and venture capitalist Peter Thiel. The main idea behind 0 to 1 is that it's imperative to focus on businesses that create something new, going from 0 to 1, as opposed to copying things that already work, going from 1 to N.
Lesson number 4, innovation and government regulation. Peter Thiel gave 2 examples. Industries with very little regulation, for example, computer and internet, there's lots of innovation. Then you have industries with lots of regulations, for example, the sector of energy and healthcare, and there is very little innovation. Lesson number 5, he is a genius, a rebel, and a contradiction.
More than gut instinct, Thiel is also a genius. Literally. As a child, he was a math phenom and chess champion.
People have often said that you're a walking contradiction, in that you're gay, Republican, very religious.
You know, I probably am a bit of an outsider in many ways, and that has good things and bad things about it. It does have the tremendous benefit of forcing you to really think about what's going on with institutions, with our society, and then look for ways to make them.
Lesson number 6, he cannot sit tight. In just 1 hour after talking with Mark Zuckerberg, Peter Thiel wrote a check of $500,000 for 10% of Facebook. This must have been the deal of the century. But at the first opportunity to sell his Facebook stock, he sold his 10% for $1.5 billion. Not bad, but if he could sit tight, just like Warren Buffett or Jesse Livermore, he could have been as rich as Mark Zuckerberg. Lesson number 7, his one interview question, how he screens out good ideas from bad ideas. Tell me something that's true that almost nobody agrees with you on. This is one of the best and most profound questions. Peter Thiel is a great philosopher. Lesson number 8, competition is for losers. Google, Facebook are monopolies.
Look at the opposite. The opposite lie is if you are, let's say, the search company that's down the street from here and has about a happy 66% market share, and is completely dominant in the search market. Google has almost never describes itself as a search engine these days, and instead it describes itself in all these different ways. So it sometimes says it's an advertising company. So if it was search, you'd say, wow, it has this huge market share that's really, really crazy. It's like an incredible monopoly. It's much bigger than, a much more robust monopoly than Microsoft ever had in the 90s. Maybe that's why it's making so much money.
Lesson number 9, how to quietly build a monopoly.
You want to be a one-of-a-kind company where it's the only one in a small ecosystem. You don't want to be the 4th online pet food company. You don't want to be the 10th thin film solar panel company. You don't want to be the 100th restaurant in Palo Alto. Large markets, large existing markets typically mean that you have tons of competition, very, very hard to differentiate. So the first very counterintuitive idea is to go after small markets, often markets that are so small people don't even notice them. They don't think that they make sense. That's where you get a foothold. And then if those markets are able to expand, you can scale into a big monopoly business.
Lesson number 10, Peter Thiel on the educational bubble. He pays $100,000 per student not to go to college. He gave out a total of 20 fellowships. So Peter Thiel's idea of not going to college costed him $2 million. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think about 0 to 1. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.